you beautiful people. It's me, the Cockney Buddha, and it's all about getting real. I'm all on me Jackie Jones tonight, alright? Me wife's gone out with me youngest daughter. And this one's all about juggling. Juggling, I hear you say? What on earth has anything got to do with juggling? But let me tell ya, I bought myself some juggling balls. And I'm finding it really, really good for your mind, guys, let me tell ya. It's a great tool. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to have a little podcast about it. Because I kind of advanced a little bit today on the old juggling. Yes, I did. I got a few extra rounds in on the old juggling, yes. I was quite happy with myself. So we're here in sunny Florida. And it is all about getting real, and right now it's all about the bloody getting in on the old juggling. Yeah, juggling. And how you know, I tell you what, I used to have some like decent, like kind of weighted juggling balls. I don't know where the heck they went. I had 3 and then I was down to 2. And I'm like, okay, maybe the dog ate it or something. I don't know. But I ain't had them for a while. And I don't know, something told me, you know, buy some more juggling balls. So I did. And I'll tell you what, oh mate, I find myself, if you put them in eye view all the time, like I've got them downstairs, kind of in an area where if you're standing near the kitchen and all that, my wife won't like it because I got them on the edge of the bar. She don't like that, but don't say that out loud. Anyway. So I got them on the edge of on the end of the bar area, like where the kitchen bar area is, and I find myself picking these things up often, especially when I'm waiting for the old kettle to boil for a cup of Rosie, Rosie Lee, and yeah, and I tell you what it taught me yesterday was don't be afraid to drop them. It's really strange where your mind goes. And we do this in life, you know, afraid to, I don't want to say fail, because I always say, you know, how have you failed if you learn something? If you learn something from it, then how can you fail? Right? But we fear that a lot. And even with the literally of the dropping of a juggling ball, it's like, and it was a matter of getting past the and going, just do it. And every time you drop that ball, don't worry about dropping it at all. And as soon as I got my mind in the frame of, I'm not worried about dropping these, I started doing better. I started like concentrating better, kind of centering myself on it, because, you know, it takes a little bit. It's like, you know, it's eye coordination, right? Eye-hand coordination. And, you know, I'm always fascinated with these guys that juggle. And I used to work with a chef that juggled. And he would take like pans and stuff and you're like, what? And but it really does put, if you ever get into something where you've really got to like put your mind to it, because I tell you what, juggling, you got to put your mind on it. There ain't no piss bowling about with it, let me tell you. You got to like keep your mind on it and focus. And I tell you, when I'm juggling, there ain't nothing on my mind but that juggling. I tell you what, it's brilliant. And like I said, don't be afraid to drop it. And it's just like I said, going through life, yeah? Don't have the expectation of things are just going to go so smoothly and lovely and cherry on the cake because you're going to be really disappointed. It doesn't mean you're failing. It doesn't mean any of that. And in fact, it's about welcoming, was that a word? I don't even know what I said there, but it's about welcoming in the I like to call them bumps. You can go over, around, or through a bump. I don't like to say the word mistake too much, because mistake is like, yeah, it's got a thing about it, right? Oh, you made a mistake. And then it's better to try and get away from that. But welcome them in. That's where the learning is. Don't stay in the comfort zone. Get outside of that comfort zone. And the way to get outside of that comfort zone is stepping out there and going, whatever comes is going to come, and I'm going to work with it. And don't be afraid to drop. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to drop them juggling balls. As soon as you become unafraid of dropping them juggling balls, you move forward. And you go through it. I can't explain how it felt yesterday. All of a sudden, there was this like, it was like a revelation or something. Is there jugglers out there can like let me in on any of this with the mind? I'm always interested in what the mind's doing with people and their art. I'm always kind of fascinated. So if you're a juggler, please get a hold of me. Yeah. You can hit me up in my email, Mind Nutrition for All. So all in one, Mind Nutrition, the number 4, all, ALL, @gmail.com. Hit me up, because I know a good few guys that with their art and where their mind goes with their art, and I can only think that with this juggling, there's something. Because it was really okay, don't be afraid to drop them. Don't be afraid to drop them, because you are. Because what does that resemble when you drop it? Take away take that away in your daily life. Take away the when things don't quite go the way you're expecting it to go. Embrace it. Because when you embrace it, you can start looking at it as a way through, as a way of reprogramming the mind. You're not going to the default. And the only way you change that default is by changing the narrative that you give yourself. And if we're afraid to make those mistakes, we're going the wrong bloody way. We're being brought up. People are being brought up in the wrong fashion. Of like mistakes are bad. They're not. They're not bad things to have. Let me tell you. I've made even balls ups on this, on what I'm doing now, podcasting and that. Seriously made balls ups on it. And, I will sit there twiddling my fingers and thumbs sometimes and trying to work it out, and then it's kind of like, okay, let's call in the troops. And I'm normally hitting up Grommy and going, oi, Grommy, I don't know what I'm doing. And you work it out. But it stops so many people, me included, or used to a lot more. I mean, I'm human, right? I'm human. But it stops me a lot less now. And that yesterday with the bloody, I'm not kidding you. Get some juggling balls. Get some juggling balls. They're not much money. I don't know what I was thinking there. This is where I go to, right? But it's not a bad real fault, really, because I bought 4. I can't juggle with 3 yet. And my sister, I remember my sister used to juggle. And I remember I've actually I did it once I've done it a few, not just the one. I've done it a few times where you can do it with the one hand, two balls, the one like but you got to kind of keep one in the air all the time, and it ain't an easy thing to do. And I remember doing it once, and I always had the vision of my sisters. I remember her standing there, and I used to go and juggle, and she'd do the free balls and and I'd be like, bloody hell. So I've always been kind of fascinated with it. But the mindset behind it is something else. And then I thought, crikey, we do that in our daily. We do that in our daily. We absolute shit ourselves to bleed and drop the ball. You know what I mean? Like going forward, maybe not quite knowing what the outcome is going to be. We know where we want to go with it, but it doesn't mean we ain't going to get the outcome. We may even get an absolute monstrous of a better outcome. I've had that too. Because if you plan it this way and that's the outcome you're looking for, who's to say there ain't a better outcome if you like make a few fuck ups, right? And then you work it out, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, hang on a minute, I set the bar a bit low there. Let me set the bar up here. Oh, shit, what happens then? Ruffle your feathers, Mr. Peacock, oi, oi. Right? Ruffle your feathers, Peacock. Yeah. Get them up there. Because that's how it makes you feel, guys, let me tell you. It's not a bad thing by hitting those areas to where you want to start figuring some things out and taking a different route. And it may take you higher than what you originally bloody thought you could make, let me tell you. Make it happen. You can do this. Yes, is it scary? Yeah, it's scary. I ain't gonna lie. It takes doing, but once you switch that mind, it's like because every time I dropped one of them juggling balls, I came back with the changed the narrative, and I started getting a little better. Meaning I got past the area of the How badly did you want to ride a bike? How many scrapes did you get with that? How badly did you want to ride a skateboard? How often did you fall off? Did you get back on? How many have fell off an horse? How many have fell off of anything? It's those things that make us go forward. It's those things that make us better at what we do. How many of you surfers out there have got into those areas where you're getting a bit, oh, shit. Did you get out and quit? Hell no, I hope not. Otherwise you wouldn't be surfing, would you? Right? Get the knocks. Boxers don't go in the ring and not take a few whacks, let me tell ya. Before they start to realise, I've got to dodge that way before, get me nose smacked off. Love each and every one of you guys. I really do appreciate you guys out there building this community. Please hit that like and subscribe for me, yeah. And I can do one-on-ones with you too. I am a certified counsellor and I love what I do. Stay that course, guys. Namaste.